Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'll continue along with the coloring phase of the animated emote, actually most of the way through for all intents and purposes, given that everything that is not the existing bits of the hair is actually very out of frame, so it's mostly just the front part of the hair and then some details on the hand, and honestly that would largely be it for the details that actually matter. But once again, we're looking at something maybe about the size of this at max, I think. Around like here to like here is like kind of weird looking, right? So I'm gonna go through the front parts of the hair. I think I'm gonna just kind of live with how I've done it. I was thinking we'd just like hard fold this one strand and maybe pull it in a bit. The hair's a little bit wider than the reference I was looking at when I was pulling this all the way in to basically touch this part. It's mostly just a factor of me generally doing chibi heads a little bit more pushed down than or we're just gonna work around that. Actually, I think of what I need a line right on the edge of part here. I got the light coming right down the front, so we're just gonna go ahead and split the shadows along the two sides. Right. Well, that's only a problem. I'll make some adjustments to this, but just do for now. It's actually gonna be better if I just do this one piece at a time, apart from maybe like this. Actually yank out the picture that we're looking at for this in promotional art. The thing that I'm generally most worried about is pretty much just this one piece. Could go like this over the top. Just completely form this on this piece. This means that no matter how it moves, this is attached specifically to this section. That's not how that looks. That looks this. Whoa. That should be more. Oh, why is it getting so? I'm just gonna do like a couple of these. And realistically, I think I'm actually gonna have to include the top here and all. Um. Bum, bum. Probably want to shave a little bit off of here. That. Let's just get the brow out of the way. Here. I think for the other parts, I'm actually probably gonna do it. I'll scroll. Alright, where are we looking? I could live with that, right? Yeah. See what happens like these parts when you kind of like split open. Should be okay, just I've got to go heavy on this piece and go like that. Alright, now for the two under pieces. I think what I'm just going to do is just going to color them. did. We'll just go like this and go like that and grab this and not think about it as hard. Since it effectively pieces that underneath. What is this piece doing right now? The rest of that shouldn't matter. Okay, I'm just kind of worried about what this is going to do with this point, but that should be fine for the most part. Alright, we'll just go with this for now and move along to you. I can just get rid of. So these are basically in the back, so also there's a single piece, so I am going to be a little bit cheap with how I'm doing these. Now, work here. I don't want to do the exact same thing here, alright? Actually, no, the light's coming from the other side, so... Actually, no, we're going for the middle. So, we're gonna have the light like hit right. They'll go like... that. Oh... why not? I'll completely ignore the ends, even though probably should do a little bit on the ends because we can't see that. Okay, next. Get onto this part here since it's not. Actually, I should probably do the other here button. Get back. Do these pieces first. What do we want to do here? Actually, this is a lot easier. I could just literally do it. It's at the back, so realistically speaking, from underneath, because we had the light coming in from the top, so it kind of already is completely submerged in shadow. Just go like that. Don't overcomplicate it. Alright, let's shift over to the ribbon for a moment. So her ribbons have these white strips moving towards the center of I'm gonna go ahead and just thin the pin out a little bit, and we're just gonna draw something long. Let's grab you and you just treat you down. You just put you into a folder and trim you down. To make it easier to work with. Alrighty. my. Yes, I followed her. I feel like I'm making this way too curved here. Oh, I like this. But regardless, welcome to the stream. Currently going through some detailed portions on a Aria here. How do I feel about the lines here? I can live with that. So that means that this part we just want to go. Do that and then flip this over to here. How's that feel? That feels okay. I can live with that. All right. Can I actually grab these a little bit more sensibly? Let me see. If I want to wand it like this. Oh, much better. Alright, so a stripes layer. Okay. We'll go with that. And scroll over to here, and we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, something like that. Okay, we'll go with that. Right, then go 1, 2. What kind of ribbons are these? Okay. We'll go crease. Okay, you out of the way. Just do a little bit here. And we'll do a secondary shape. Okay, so light is coming from over here, so we're looking at something like a little bit less on here, a bit more on here. Okay, this thing's mostly a grey color, so we're just going to add a refraction. We want a blue, yellow light. Let's just see how aggressive this is with I just like peach straight on. And then turn the light right down. Okay, we're gonna go with blue light. And a much whiter light. Okay, then you what? Oh, like okay, go here, and then not too aggressive there, a little bit. Back a little bit of that for now. Alright. We'll go 1, 2, 3. Just gonna copy these over, get rid of the contents, and we want to go 1, 2. And a little bit here. And we want here. A little bit right there, and we'll just shave that down a little bit. And we want to go right on the edge here and give it a little bit. Alright, just stick some light there. Alright, then you. Okay, we'll just did that here. Okay, so then we do that. If we want the light to hit the front, then Ba, ba, ba. Go. Alright, 1, 2, copy, paste over here, 1, 2, delete. Pretty sure this is out of frame, but something simple there. What do I want to mess with here? Did I not create the hay? I did. Well, it's more of a matter, do I want to have this float behind her head? The fun bit is I can actually control it by having it on 2 separate parts. I want a second layer of shading on the twin tails. I need a second layer. Alright, where is... Right... Okay, give me... the green... I need a green color. Where's the green color? Give me this. Okay, this is 100% not visible, but... I'm just keeping the shading and the green separate, so it just doesn't look weird with the shadows overlap. It really doesn't need to right now. It should technically be a separate strand entirely, so... Do I need any on this other piece? That's literally out of frame. Ba, 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 ba. Alright, we're just gonna do a basic shadow here. That's the wrong layer. Ba-la-ba-bum, ba-ba-bum. Hmm. Alright, I'll do a highlight crown over the top of the head. Focused around the right side here. Because that is effectively the front of the... Well, the closest to the camera side, so go highlight. Ba, ba, bum, ba, 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 ba. Do I want to do a wavy bit of highlights, or do I just want to do a crown? Sharp. Alright, go side here, front here, top here, not the ponytails. Ba, 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 ba. Hum. Ba, 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 ba. How visible is that? It's kind of visible. Do I want to turn it up a bit? Ba, 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 ba. Ba, 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 ba. Hum. I can live with that. Alright, let's go. Okay, then we get you out of here. Alright, how do I feel about this right now? Okay, we can work on this. Alright. So if anything needs to change, then we'll go ahead and add it in later. So we'll go save Photoshop document. Oh wait, the hand. Forgot about the hand. Let's go back over to the file. Close that, close that. Just. Alright, how do I just. I should just go. Should be okay with this one. Ba, ba, ba. I have the color I'm using for the skin shade somewhere, right? Where is it? Alright, close that. Go back to here. We'll do this. So this is intended to be an animated ER. basically just putting in the last bit of the detail coloring. Coloring is a little bit scrappy, given that working one within a frame, and two, it's emotes, so they're not exactly very large. Does give a little bit of leeway to over or liberal detail. That's you want to. I think we're just gonna go basic here. Actually, wait, no. We'll bring the hand in from this side, so this is actually where the light's going to be. Hold up. I think how I'm doing. Because the light's gonna be on this side from the center. So even if we swing down, ideally I don't want to move the shadow as part of the move. Everything has to just... Okay, first up, put the shadow along the base of the finger instead. We shall... push here, and then we'll start down, and then we shall go and just soften this up a little bit. But regardless, the end result should be similar to the little bouncing emotes on the right side of the screen. How do I feel about it? I'd actually go a little bit more. Soften this out. Will that be affected by... that will be affected by the hand's motion against the light. Oh, that's annoying. But I don't want it to be affected by the light, then the best way to go about it is if I just pull it inwards this way, so that that side of the thumb is just always in light. Yeah, I can live with that. Alright. Okay, this means that we actually want the light on like this side of the finger, which is a little bit weird. Actually, wait, no, because just kind of define the shape of the finger, I think, a little bit on the edges, and just leave this as mostly a monotone color. Can't really get this to sit nicely otherwise. We're going to be moving from up here, where the light will be on one side, and down to here, where the light will be on. I'll do the same thing here. We want the light to largely be on just one side, so that the tube of the finger, the cylindrical shape, is defined. Okay, we'll live with that. Right here. Okay, so this is the easiest part, because this is actually on one side, and I try to go like keep it away from the light as much as I can. Then we want to grab the other portion of this pink part. Want to go. So grab that, please. So. Actually, just kind of want to do something. Simplify this a little bit. Just a little bit of a lighten down here. Okay. And then, if I want to add a little bit of detail here, what I can do, add a tiny little bit of a ink flush to the end of thumb and fingers here. Turn it down a bit. I grab you and please let me get into here. Do the exact same thing again. Then we put this onto the tips. Triangle shape there. And we'll do that again onto here. Probably the least relevant part here. A little bit onto the end here. That's not even looking. Okay, do we want this like white and is that okay? So that is actually a detail of other side of her glove, having a bit of fabric attached there. How do we want to do that? We want to. I need a separate bit for this, or can I just attach it straight onto here? It clears the other finger, so I think I could just straight attach it onto here and shouldn't, in theory, cause any problems. So we'll just go 1, 2. This is where the white bit on the back, or the knuckle side of the hand is got the fabric on it. We'll just do this. Try to give a little bit of thickness here. Literally irrelevant given Emote size, but okay. Give it a little bit of thickness, but not too much. And then we're going to just go wand you into here. Then we want to grab you, cut you into here, bottom. Okay, that's all the parts we need. So I want a particle to come out of this. Star or heart? There's a trailer out actually. Let me go take a look and see if I can find it. The release notes are pretty much all out for her, so I might actually be able to find a trailer here. Let's have a look. Zenless. Official. Let's see. Okay. There's indeed one for Aria. First. There's just one of tunics, tractors, yeah, Aria there. Ah. Okay, we're gonna need to do a little. Let me just click through these and see if there's anything I can use here. Come on. Uh, hmm. Star. Hmm. Oh, it's actually. You see, I have four. I think it's just 4-pointed stars, probably what we're looking for here. Get that hot, isn't it? Okay, I'll do a couple of itches here and decide on what we'll do. Hmm. If it's just the start heart, it's just the more basic. Or we could do one of those. I'm picking a winner could actually just fit one of those cow emojis into here. Those are pretty prevalent in all of their promotional material themes. How realistic is that? And how much real estate does that need to take up in my frame? Okay, well, I can't start unless I at least try to sketch something out, so let us do that now. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1 is just go with standard 4-point star here, which is somewhat prevalent in the material. A little bit of perspective, so something like that. Very poorly and quickly drawn, but something along the lines of that. Looks so broken. That's one choice. So this would have to what? Flop outwards, and would probably be better by just draw this as a uniform shape and then morph it. The other is to go with everyone's favorite and the shape I'm the worst at drawing for some reason, the heart. And then the last, I'm gonna actually go look this up. Let's see. Link. Where was that one frame in the promotional material here? We just dig that back out. That's the wrong thing. What was I looking? Was it in here somewhere? I think it was this thing. Where is it? What do we have here? Is this? We could take a very thick pin here and go. Well, like. Just have like the edge of that popping through. I think the Kamuji is very large. Realistically, just have to like pop through like this. Her head, have her head bob down a little bit, so I have a little bit of space on this end regardless. We use 2 frames on this and do like a hard frames. Then you can have it snap between 2 things here. You know what? That seems like a silly idea that is apparently sitting on a why not. Alright, we'll go with that. Okay, so the problem now is how to have it sit in a way where it doesn't all be reasonably easy to work with. I want it to be a horizontal box. Okay, so we've got 2000 by 2000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make a new file that is 800 by 200, and you'll just... We'll make 2 layers here. So we need to have the bracket. I will go... I1 mouth. How do I do this mouth? Oh, they go like this. I'm gonna be seeing the right side of this, so should. And then on top of that, we will swap out the two parts that need to be swapped. Actually, wait, no. I need to get the brackets separated, so we'll go 1, 2, cut paste. This is the brackets. This is face A, and then we need to go into face B by going into this is what, like, pretty sure this is supposed to be like a, was it phi or like theta or something, whatever symbol. Okay, so we take like these parts into here. I'll make a new folder for this. Tuck all of this over here. Turn this off, and then basically we should be able to go through. If I turn all of these first up to the green color, give me we give them all a white color. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit because I did just increase the size of the rest of it. That's a slight problem. Over the top of all of them, we're going to give it a green. So we're going to say the multiply gradient, we just go like we'll go over the top again and say glow. This will have to be over the parts. Oh, right. What's the best way to deal with this? Okay, let's turn these off for a moment. I'll miss that in the... Okay, we'll go through these individually and just clean out the things here. Yeah, so go ahead and rasterize that, and we're just going to go through and actually clean up just a little bit here so that they're not as... I literally just not had this problem, but Oh boy, I really wanted to be onto the modeling by today. Just might take a little bit time to clean up. Probably want to get through some of the setup on the modeling portion. Okay, do I actually care about the other side? The other side's going to be out of frame forever. I really don't care about the other side. Alright. Let's only deal with the bits that's actually going to be in frame, because that's the relevant parts. In fact, I may as well just delete the parts that are going to be out of frame. Oh wait, I didn't rasterize this. Rasterize. Shave that all off and wrap that around. Plus the bits is a little bit faster if I just redid this all in a Victor layer. Rather than trying to go through and like slowly clean this up. Definitely better when I'm pulling the pin rather than pushing it. I don't even know this is gonna be relevant by the time it gets down to the old emote size view of this. It's just I think that will bother me while it exists in this form. Very large and visible form. Okay, do I care about the bit that you can't see? Alright. Rasterize. Clean this up. That's fine, absolutely. That. Should I try and create a gap there? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna get rid of the part that's gonna be out of you. Literally irrelevant trying to like slip it in there. Okay, so instead of going like so, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take only the green portion of the green portion of all of these. I'm going to flip the that and do this. So now only the white or the green part has that. Converts that. Converts. Okay. Oh, that's going to be a problem with this. Can I work around that? I can't work around that. Let me think about it. Actually, no, that's not particularly difficult to work around. Okay, do I want a little bit of a dark shadow behind all of these now? That's the other question. Very minor shadow. That's gonna have to float as well. That's enough. Or it's just gonna be a normal layer that is turned down a lot to begin with. Just to make these like stand out more. Just gonna do like a most of the way transparent shadow behind each of them. Alright, time to put these into folders because now they're getting a little annoying to keep track of. Used to be bigger, doesn't it? So the glow really stands on its own. Increase the glow by a little bit here. The glow itself is going to float, but I think the shadow ideally should not float. Okay, we'll live with this for a bit. Okay, now we want to once again bring this over to the Photoshop documents. I'm just gonna save this again. I'll put the other one. Pop this over to the Photoshop document. Alright, now then, take out all the files I don't need. Sure, you can stay. Alright, so this should float, but this needs to stay. This can go, and this. Alright, how much of the eye can I actually squash down? The left side I can pretty much squash it all down because it's going to stay open. So I literally don't need to worry about anything apart from maybe the highlight. The right side, a little bit different. Actually no, the base of it is still the same. I could just squash it all. Oh, wait a minute. I just flash it. Last shadow. Yeah, that's actually. Doesn't make it look particularly weird. We can live with that. Okay. I'm going to just do the mouth open permanently. That's fine. The head is not going to change perspective, so I could just merge all of this down just perfectly fine too. Very nice. Color's not going to move too much, so that can just go down. And then this is also capable of just very good. Now then. Alright, so all of this crap out. Any of this out there. Turn off the border for a moment, and we'll just follow this into here, and we're going to go ahead and give it a basic thing here. Base mesh. Alright, let's have a look at this. Anything I should know about? That could cause problems. It really shouldn't with the amount of motion that's intended. Make a particularly flexible part the actual finger portion. I mean, that really shouldn't cause a problem, but we'll just move that a little bit. Just like shift along the brow. Am I gonna do anything with the brow actually? I haven't decided. Oh, the mesh here is questionable. Might be able to get away with just like not touching it too much. Just like line this up a little bit better with the shape. See if any motion I add to this works. You here, and we want some point. Works as a single overlay, but not much. Hmm. press wrong button. Don't need any of these parts here. What the heck is happening up here? Why is that doing that? Line it up a little bit better. What the heck is happening up here? How about no? Let's see how well that works. I'll just purposely get into here. Ooh. There, probably should have been a bit more careful with how I did this piece. bum, bum. Uh, uh, oh, what the? Ooh. That's a little icy up there. Don't need you. You can move up a bit, you can move down a bit. I need any of these pieces in the middle. Not realistically. But one to here, get you and you here. Also, the shape is done in a way where I really don't need that many points on this edge. I need those points in the middle, I really don't. That bit's hidden behind something. You just repurpose this. What is happening up here? Straighten out, please. Yikes. Alright, don't need you, don't need you. Really don't need any of you. I don't need you, get that out there. Now, this piece is basically not going to move, so honestly I don't know what I'm one's not going to move either, and realistically this one is going to be... This is just a cover piece, so this either... You know what, I could probably just leave this. This is probably fine, just need to be a straight shape. You also need to be a straight shape, you're not even in a frame. Okay, this is something I do need to miss with because this is going to move. Alright, we want to very specifically hold and bend. So we don't want any connecting pieces affecting. Actually, we want to just have a yank back and forth. Ba, la, ba, 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 ba. Okay, we want this to wiggle a bit, but is it gonna be heavily affected by all of this in the middle? Oh, wait. Ba, 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 ba. Maybe I'll get away about doing that. Really banking on this shit not being particularly relevant given how out of frame this really is. Okay, so this eye isn't gonna move much, so I can get away with not messing with it too. Ba, ba, la, ba, 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 ba. Ba, I just connect these two parts. That's fine. is fine. Honestly, this side's not going to move, so I don't really look at any of this. Really see how little I care about the colander. Oh dear. Okay. Alright, so this is one separate part. And then this is the other separate part. Alright, well, I think we'll just leave it off here for today. So doing all of the modeling in one session instead. So we do have the motion plan in here. Largely just for the main motions that aren't just supplementary motions that follow everything else. Namely, the bob here. The head bob. So we're going to lower the head a little bit. We have the frame. So we're going to bring the head down so that the eye and the hand for the wink is actually going to be a little bit further down. That one motion is going to basically also be supported by hair motion and the ribbon motion. The wink itself is only going to be on one eye, and we're going to cobble that together with the emoji here coming on screen. So we'll have this go from transparent to opaque, do a hard swap on the parts here so that it goes from regular face to winking face in a single frame. And the hand itself needs to like swing in and out of the frame, and that is really about it for the actual motion. So anyway, thank you very much for watching today's session of coloring into the first early steps of preparing a model for Live 2D. If you want to see more of this, should be subscribed or followed, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like, because that helps me out. I'll see you again time.